white ones too.
As we enter what seems to be a love fest for Republicans of a Supreme Court nomination process, we await word of the predestined Senate approval with a quick check-in on the hearing. Mr. Kavanaugh, as a member of the Republican majority caucus, and being here to advise and consent on Supreme Court nominations, I have the esteemed honor to learn more about you via these questions. To, if you will, grill you to find out more before our making this important and influential decision that we've already agreed on doing, on your fitness to serve the Republic for perhaps decades to come and make decisions that set interpretation of our laws, codifying them into law. As such, my chiefest question to you, sir, is, in your opinion, just how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
I am not at the time able to speak directly to the 1, 2, hoo-hoo, 3 crunch theory on such a matter, though that is a standard theory since the middle 80s. I think 1984 thereabouts, and thus sets a precedent.
And would you go about further deliberations on this matter with an eye on direct use of the letter of the Constitution in resolving such an issue, and not be distracted by some form of constitutional fidelity, where the thing is taken as a more vibrant, living document, adaptable to the times, needs, conditions, and understandings of our times, or some such thing as that?
Though the precedent has been established for scores of decades, indeed the entire theory of court, that the laws, including the Constitution itself, are a matter of our everyday lives, should be understood in our everyday lives by us all, and is mostly general ideas of governance. I would rather shift those concepts for a more immediate political gain, frankly.
I thank you for your directness and clarity in your response, sir. Obviously, you are someone who can be trusted as far as we can with governing. I expect you will be pleased with the vote I cast on your nomination. I yield back the balance of my time.
Oh, Senator Rubio, you have your time for an in-depth examination of the nominee.
Thank you, Senator McConnell. Judge Kavanaugh, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, would you mind opening this water bottle?
Senator, I can speak to specific questions, but would endeavor to open containers of any beverage at an appropriate time within the precedent established by previous such activist zeal.
Judge Kavanaugh, I have no doubt you're supremely qualified for this position. Your impeccable record, legal acumen, conservative demeanor, and most importantly, your lily-white epidermis. I could not imagine a better Supreme Court justice if I created you from scratch. As to my question, Your Honor, using your vast knowledge of the law and your unique perspective, wouldn't you agree that the Founding Fathers originally intended that the President, especially our current President, is entitled to act with unfettered impunity regarding our nation's laws, and that any information published in a presidential tweet is subject to absolute privilege? Oh, I almost forgot. There's nothing in the Constitution preventing the President from issuing blank pardons to be used at a future date. Right? I yield the remainder of my time to Senator Cruz.
Judge Kavanaugh, I have just one question. You think I'm a likable guy, don't you?
Sure.
Thanks. That's all I got.
We interrupt this coverage of the Senate hearing on the nominee for the Supreme Court for an important commercial, or maybe something to do with our anchors leading a panel about it. The nomination, not the toothpaste. We expect the hearing to be over before we can return back to the studio.